Hello everyone, welcome back. Okay, we're going to continue on with our preparation for winter camping gear reviews. We have done the X-Dragon solar battery banks, we've done the LE 800 lumen lanterns, and now we are going to do the Gerber Freescape camp saw. So this has a nylon handle. It's got 4 pivot points, and it's got a 12-inch blade. So this, the wife bought me this. I don't know how much it weighs, but it's I'm not going to say it's heavy, but it's not light. Sorry, I'm trying to do this backwards. It's got a great clasp system to kind of hook onto that blade. You can see there. It takes any 12-inch blade, doesn't have to be Gerber. And I call it a D-saw, but it's just a folding saw. Yeah, that's why. This is my first saw that I've ever had specifically for camping. I've got lots of other wood cutting saws and stuff like that, but this is the first one meant to be in the bush, meant to fold up, compact, that kind of thing. Aside from my, you know, just collapsible ones or foldable ones. But this one is the first real saw I've had for camping. Now, the one thing that I find missing from a lot of the descriptions online of these is what kind of space you have here and here, so that you can know what kind of log you're dealing with or what kind of a thickness of log you could get. So we're going to measure that up right now, actually. So, at the very tip, 3 inches. That's what you get. From the tip of these teeth to here, 3 inches. I've definitely cut logs bigger than that, but that means I have to stick to, you know, only half of it here. So I'm going to get 5 1/4 inch here, down to 3 inches. Oh! Ouch! It's super sharp. And then of course the 12-inch blade. So 12-inch blade, 3 inches, and 5 1/4. So this Freescape, the wife got me this again for Christmas a couple years ago or something like that. It is Gerber. I like Gerber product, but I'll say that I've been disappointed with some of the metal they use or the steel or whatever in their knives or machetes, like the kukri. However, it's still a stand-up brand, I find. I'm sure there are a lot better out there, but this thing, I'm really impressed with how this is built. This is built like a tank. It is thick metal. These pivots here are just massive, like they're not going to break. It's not just a little dinky pin. Same thing with holding the blade in. It's an actual screw with a nut kind of thing. This is built onto the metal, so only the screw has to move. And then again, the clasp to hold the blade on, that little arm that comes down, that thing is thick metal, really thick metal. So I'm really impressed with the build of this, and I've used it a lot. I've never had to change this blade yet. None of the teeth have bent, and it's a really good folding camp saw. It's small when it's packed up. So total length folded up, let's go here, 14 inches. So it's 14 inches. I like that it has nothing sharp. Nothing sharp is poking out. I am very comfortable sticking this, you know, shoving it down the side of a backpack or something with a bunch of other gear, and knowing it's not going to rip anything or cut anything. I have to say I've only used this, you know, a few times because I have a propane vented stove that I use the most in the winter. So I have no need to cut wood. However, me and my buddy, when we went winter camping, or usually when we go winter camping every year, we cut down wood with these, he's got his own type, different saw, but he's got his own. And we do use these to cut wood to have a fire outside, just not for heat. I'm not a fan of spending hours and hours of cutting up wood, processing, splitting, making sure it's dry, that kind of thing, in order to have heat at night. I much prefer the propane option. However, as saws go, this is the only one I've tried, so I can't compare it to anything. But I find it cuts really well, it cuts fast, it's easy to use, it doesn't bind very often unless your log is going to be caving in on itself and pinching. And it's a great size, it's not that heavy, and I'll fit this in any bag that I'm taking. So as saws go, I'm pretty happy with this one. That's it for the saw. I mostly, like I said, I mostly use my kukri or a Sawzall or a chainsaw. I'm not an ultralight, so I don't have much opportunity to use this very often, but when I have used this, it's been wonderful to use. Strong, sturdy, rugged. I mean, there's not even a scratch on here yet. Okay, there's a scratch on here, but it's in really good shape. And yet I take this every time. Whether I use it or not, I'm taking it all the time. So it travels well. It's a good saw, good all-around saw, and it's not that expensive. I believe it was like $55 or $60. So maybe that is expensive to some that are out there, but believe me, it is worth every penny. The quality this is built with, this is a very strong saw. This is something I would stick in a truck and leave it there forever, or stick it in the boat or something like that. And just know that I've got a reliable saw to use if I ever needed one. So thanks for watching.